Welcome to another night that God has blessed us to be here. It's Tuesday night. You know it's time for the On Your Mark sports, business, community, and just people podcast show. A lot is going on. I know they just finished up. I was looking for, I thought we were going to have a state, Dallas DISD state track and field championship, but we didn't get it this year. Well, not from DISD. We did get it from First Baptist Academy, which I was blessed to be a part of. And so we still, Dallas, Texas, we still got one, but on the TAPS level. But still kudos out to back-to-back state champions, South Oak Cliff, Kimball High School in basketball, and First Baptist represented a title for Dallas, Texas. It just wasn't a DISD, but it happened. Tonight's show, I know a lot of you want to know. And listen, last week's show with that young man, listen, man, all kudos go out to everyone, man. It's a lot of, hey, he's getting on the right track, man. And for all the many of people that, man, so many people are reaching out and still reaching out to Jeremy Nelson, man. Listen, it's some good stuff going on, man. Everybody makes mistakes. He's a young man, made some terrible mistakes as far as toward his mom, which we cannot fix. But God's gonna handle that, you know. And but I want to thank everyone that's still reaching out and helping this young man. But before we get, well, I guess I'm already started. But to my far right, who do we have?
Devosky Hall.
Boy, that sounds like a Maceo Smith product right there.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
And to my immediate right, who do we have?
Got Terry Mayo, a.k.a. Coach X.
Man, listen, that's another man that reached out to the young man. Well, we'll get into it. I just want, hey, listen. It was amazing, and my phone actually Tuesday night, I think I actually shut it down around 3:17 a.m. in the morning because people were still reaching out. Coach, what can I do? How do I get in touch with him? And it's been going on ever since, y'all.
It's been a week. How is he? Do you know?
Yes, I'm telling you, he was just, and he's been in check. He's doing. Yes, we still have to. He and his mom has to fix what they have to fix.
There's work to be done.
It's work to be done.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I understand
but with all of us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that has happened, and that's Cap, studio producer, that was speaking. God has to fix that. Because
Absolutely.
again, I don't condone that. Matter of fact, if y'all, we wasn't on air. If you had to hear what was going on out there, y'all might not like the show, because we went in on it. So with that being said, because that, you got to keep that integrity and respect, man. You don't. That's off limits to mom, what you did.
Yeah,
I don't care how mad. We know moms ain't, and dad's not always correct. Mm-hmm. But still, there's the codes. I know these youngsters, they don't respect the code. And I'm not justifying wrong, but there was a code. But that code not going to change, man.
Yes, sir.
So with that being said, we are, and I'm quite sure Coach X, Terry Moore, he'll tell you the conversation they've been having. And listen, it wasn't just kind,
Right.
but kind wasn't a place for kindness.
Right.
Let's get it right, and let's get it right. You 19, your number age still say teen on it.
Absolutely.
Teen. And sometimes people always say, well, they got it with the wrong crowd. Sometimes, quit lying on the crowd. Sometimes it's you.
It's you.
Yes, sir.
Absolutely.
You created that crowd.
Yes,
Right.
sir.
Now, we know there's those that got with the wrong crowd, but a lot of time it's you.
And that's been our conversation since then, Coach. It's all about, I don't like to, when it come down to mentoring, you start talking to me, Coach X, about, see what happened to my mama. Oh, no, I don't want to hear that. Oh, no, see what happened is my homeboy. Oh, no, I don't want to hear that. See the teacher, I don't want to hear that. The coach, I don't want to hear that. It's all accountability. I want to hear what what did you do or what didn't you do? And because when it comes down to, because the reason why, Coach, is because moving forward.
Ladies and gentlemen, please get your kids, man. Have them to sit down. If they doing their homework, I get it, but they really need to hear tonight.
Yeah, absolutely. Moving forward, you're going to be in more situations and circumstances. But when you can control
Can you say that again? More situations and circumstances.
you're gonna. It's inevitable. You're going to be in more situations and circumstances. But how are you going to handle it the next time? Because as we know in the game, right? See, if I played bad, but that's what the film room is for, Coach. See,
that film don't lie.
That film don't lie. I thought I did good in the game. You know what I'm saying? Until I got to the film.
So what you're saying? No, Coach, I didn't know you didn't. Yes, Coach, I didn't know you didn't.
Yes, sir.
Now we're watching that one-eye Jack,
Oh man.
and I got that red marker pointing, that beam pointing on. Is that you? Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. That's me.
See, I think saying, yes, sir. Now you already, yes, sir.
You done humbled yourself real quick, huh, Coach?
Yes, sir. No, we're going to finish this out.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. But guess what? It's fixable.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
It's fixable. I see my mom checked in, my cousin checked in, Nikki.
And with that too, Coach, and I don't mean it.
No, go ahead.
It's fixable when you choose to be coachable. See, if you're not coachable, then I gotta spend time with the next player that wants the coaching.
Well, I'm so glad you're there because I once upon a time, like a fairy tale story, if we can just save that one, that was a theory.
That was theory.
But what I found out, and I'm not saying it was wrong,
Right.
but what I found out, you lose 3 or 4 others trying to save that one that don't want to be saved,
Be safe.
and the other 3 or 4, all 5 say, well, he don't have time for us.
Yes, sir.
And look what you lose. So I've learned to save the rest, leave room for that one to come back,
Come on now.
or send somebody else after that one to come back.
Come on now.
They say, well, don't burn your bridges. But here the deal is, don't burn your bridges. Before there was a bridge, there had to be a ground.
Yes, sir.
There was some dirt. Then somebody came along, put some rebar down and made cement.
Lay the
Then they
foundation.
laid the foundation.
foundation. Yes,
Then they
sir.
built the bridge.
Yes, sir.
So if the bridge does fall, you still got that ground. We can still save you.
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Go ahead. Continue.
Nah, but that's what it is. You gotta, because Big God helps those who help themselves.
You got a big God.
Big God. I'm talking about not because this what the look.
Big God.
The kids say on God. We say on big God.
This about the one that's undefeated.
Oh, undefeated.
Never
Girl.
lost in
I'm
nothing.
talking about man.
Real OG.
Yeah,
The real OG.
Real OG, man.
The one that if y'all may not believe what I'm about to say. If you go outside, whether it be morning, noon, or night, it's a thing called the sky.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
And it's up there.
Yes, sir.
A little lightweight question. What's holding it up? I hadn't seen no bar or nothing. It hadn't fell on. I mean, what's holding it up?
Come on now.
That's OG.
I mean, I look up and I'm talking about what's okay. And if you don't believe in that, it's no. You don't see not nowhere throughout. Well, we're in the city of Dallas. What's holding it up?
Come on.
But this same sky, sun and moon. If I leave and go to Cali, South Carolina, New York, it don't matter where it's the exact same.
Same one.
Same.
Each state don't have their own sun or moon.
Nah,
No, sir.
just rotate.
And that was out.
Just rotate.
It's amazing because that was the conversation that we had. I said, man, before I get to telling you anything and giving you any kind of advice, man, I know you're a youngster and you say on God. So my conversation with you is, man, how are you with God? Because
Ooh.
because moving forward, if your relationship with Big God isn't right,
Tanya checked in. She's saying
Man.
hello to everyone on the platform. Hey,
peace,
Tanya.
sister. Peace, sister. If your relationship ain't right, because I'm like I say, I'm gonna keep it a band with you, like the young people say. I'm gonna keep it a band with you. See, when you get your relationship right with God, right, that means you're gonna get closer to Him, and that means when you get closer to Him, you're getting closer to you, man.
Wait a minute. You say closer to you? 'Cause now, again, I'm piggybacking.
Yes, sir.
He made us
Come on.
be the perfect you.
Yes, sir.
I get it. We want to sometimes be like, but he made you the perfect you,
Yes, sir.
and you can't ride with that.
Yes, sir. Come on, coach.
Say, man.
Come on, coach.
Again, I looking over there, I say this all the time. That's why every house has its own mailbox for your business to come to yours and theirs to theirs. So get out your window, looking all across the street, how they get. Man, that's their business.
Right.
Yes, sir.
See, you can probably go out and purchase any vehicle you want, exotic or whatever, but can you afford the maintenance and the upkeep? I said you can purchase it. It's like, can you maintain the stay?
Come on.
That's all I'm saying. So there's some point. It's like, and I know this is gonna be way off track. You know, Broner doesn't checked in. Boy, my faithfuls. Peep this. I listen to all these kids saying they getting these offers. Football, and that's the thing. Social media offers, right?
Right.
I'm going somewhere real deep with this. You know, some kids say they got 7 offers, some say they got 13 offers, some say they got 2 offers, some say they got no offers.
How many teams you can play for?
And I'm talking about kids that are 8th grade, 9th grade, 10th grade. And I'm going somewhere because you're junior year, that coaches can talk to you. But we talking about offers.
Offers.
So that's big on the kids. Well, watch this. Old Coach Fly saying, show me some paperwork where you got offer. To whatever school. Show me some paperwork where you got the offer. Yeah, am I making sense?
Absolutely.
Show me some paperwork. I understand they say they like you, they gonna offer you. You can't survive off of offer.
No, sir.
And first of all, them college coaches, they lose their job real quick by not winning. They not putting all this money in no athlete just in shirts and shorts. I'm talking football.
Right.
I'm talking football.
Right.
So
you can say athletes or you can say investments.
and investment. Because guess what? Because they own you.
Yes, sir.
When parents, guardians, whoever, they own that athlete when they
Come on now.
finance that scholarship.
Yes, sir.
Now you can always tell. There's no such thing anymore as a 4-year scholarship.
Right.
It's year by year.
Right.
So if your kid is not performing, when they start saying you need to go down to the registrar's office, fill out that BG grant, there's some issues going on.
Yes,
and the way it is today, they got the portal, so it's real hard for high schools. If you're not just cold coming out of high school, they got the portal when they can find them a 20, 21-year-old come in and just roll.
Yes, sir.
Versus taking a 17, 18, or sometimes 19-year-old
Yes, sir.
to get ready. Now you got to be ready. But who's winning now? The D2s and the JUCOs, they coming back up because they can get these kids.
Right.
But what I'm saying, athletes, man, I'm listening to all these kids. You got some kids being depressed. I only got 2 offers. You can't sign but with one team.
That's it.
So if I offered you, and I'm the University of Michigan, and I offered you, but I'm looking online, you started taking offers. I mean, I'm gonna pull my offer because I thought you and I had fell in love with each other.
Right.
So you saying you just shopping me? It's like going to a car dealership.
Right.
Let's go to about 4 or 5 different car dealerships, and you find vehicles that you like,
Right.
and they gonna offer you.
Right.
Don't miss the word offer.
Yeah.
Yes,
A
sir.
good price,
Right.
and you gonna leave out saying, "Man, they offer, but they gave me a better offer." Listen, I know I'm saying something. If you're not on point where I'm going with this,
Coach, what's the word to go behind that though? You see, that's the part that people ain't getting to. Commitment.
commitment.
Yes, sir.
See, that's like even signing a letter of intent. Okay, I'm talking about all these people with offers. Have you signed a letter of intent? Because one thing about it, you can get out of that one.
Yes, sir.
But you didn't sign a letter of intent.
Absolutely.
Okay, it's like saying I went to this job interview. Man, they giving me a second interview. That normally it mean you got the job.
Right.
Man, they ain't called me back yet. But they you feel what I just said?
Yes, sir.
Young people, y'all need to understand. Here's how you get your real offers. Handling your business in that classroom for sure.
Come on now.
And then on that, be it the football field, basketball court, track field, baseball field, your film, you balling. They gonna come after you, and it has nothing to do with man, I go to, we 6A. Man, all them numbers, it's just school enrollment size.
Absolutely.
When you get on the yard, there's gonna be some 1A, no A. If you on scholarship,
Right.
and those other young men, our young ladies, depending on what athlete it is, if they're on scholarship, they're Mr. or Mrs. somebody from wherever they're from.
Absolutely.
It has nothing to do with your school enrollment size. Parents, y'all need to quit getting your head filled up with folks changing. Well, they got to be 6A or they got to be 5, or they have to go D1. That's not true. It's not true. If you're not hitting the field, say you went D1, you never hit the field in 3-4 years. Where you going?
Right.
I hope you was intelligent enough to get your degree. I'm just saying, ladies and gentlemen, I'm just telling you real. I'm not sugarcoating them. Just tell you, it's factual.
Absolutely.
And you know, my kid got to go deep. He can go deep. Listen, it's 32 NFL teams. It's 9 Canadian teams. Now you got the USFL and the XFL. So it's a lot of football can be played. Go look at those rosters. You're gonna see kids from 2A,
Right.
1A, for sure, 6A, 5A, but also from the division 1, 2. Some folks went to JUCO first,
Yeah.
and then went and played 1 year at a D1 or D2, and they're in the league.
All of it's a mind frame.
My shout out to Deviverick Bonner from Lincoln High School that went to the University of Houston, then had to leave there and go to University of Alabama, Birmingham, who's now, I just say went down,
Absolutely.
who's now with the Seattle Seahawks.
Come on. Absolutely.
You feel what I'm saying?
Big shout out.
Yeah, Fat Daddy. But I'm just saying that, and that's just the latest. I got plenty more, but I'm just saying you can get caught up and caught out.
Yes, sir.
Talk to us.
Hey, one of my partners, Terrence Dunbar. You remember him?
Do I remember Terrence?
Remember
Dunbar?
Terrence? Yeah,
From
man.
Sock?
Yeah.
The truth.
Yes, man.
Football
I'm
and
talking
hurler. TCU out the South.
TCU. Then he went to the Falcons.
Then the Atlanta Falcons. Yeah.
Yes, man.
Kim
So-
Lockett and checked in. Or that Poach checked in. Boy, Kim, and speaking of Kim Lockett, got a son that's on Kalik Lockett.
Yeah.
Remember the name? Kalik Lockett. Kobe and Kim Lockett's son. Saxon High School. Go ahead.
But yeah, man, like my son, you know, we talk about our sons.
Right.
Like I was saying, he was D1. His name's Jaquez Thompson. You know what I'm saying? Play for Wills Point. Know how you saying this?
Yes.
No matter where you playing,
It don't matter.
But he under the impression like, I'm this good. This what it's gonna get me to beat. You know what I'm saying? Like, forget the academic part. Forget the
You can't
the
forget it.
footwork and you know I'm talking about. They coming from everywhere. Scouts coming from everywhere.
See?
Coming to my houses and you know what I'm saying? Like
He just said Will's Point.
out of
That's what I'm telling you, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah.
The college coaches just don't go to certain schools.
No, sir.
It's like a fraternity.
Yeah.
They all get like they are in town. A lot of scouts and they visit all the schools that they want to visit. But here's the deal: some go to the lower level schools first because everybody already at the higher level schools. If we can
Right.
use that,
Right.
and they study loading up. See, sometimes you might be second string over here, but you might be first string over there. They're coming, and I'm just so tired. Brandon Hodgson checked in. I'm really tired of a lot of people that are in position, one word to use, have a title, that's another word to use, that are giving misinformed information to parents and more so to women that don't know that you can only, no, them scouts gonna visit the different schools. If you play ball,
Yes, sir.
now we do know it. I know y'all know I'm not scared. You got
Right.
some coaches that not coaching kids up. They out there. It's too many of them. It's always been a few, but it's too many now. But tell that young man or that young lady ball out on whatever they're doing. The film is gonna show.
Yes, sir.
Absolutely.
Uh,
Coach, do you know the story how I got to college?
I'm finna listen. I think I do because you gotta understand something before you and I got history. So with that being said, and I got history with both of them, ladies and gentlemen, but you'll hear it in just a moment. But when I laid eyes on you, and that's all I did was lay eyes on you.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
You came with a resume, you did, but it was none and void at that time.
Yes, sir.
Show me what you're working with. But go ahead.
Sir. Man, this is a true story, and this is how I tell people, what's your motive, which is the root word in motivation, because without your own personal motive, if something have happened to somebody that you're using as motivation, and now where it's going to come from? After, because I played professional baseball, and when it was over with, Coach, I'm sitting in the club, and I'm looking at myself in the mirror. And looking at myself in the mirror, I'm talking to myself like, man, what you doing?
At the club.
At the club.
Where you supposed to be having a good time.
Having a good time.
Turning up.
Man, I'm looking at myself, and that was my last day in there. And the next day, I got on the phone to call my old high school coach because, you know, at the time, you know, I'm older. I said, I'm going to college to play football. But then I ain't have any film. So the same thing I told Jeremy. Give no excuses to yourself for what you don't have. I went to my old high school coach, and I said, Coach, I want to go to college, but I don't have any film. So what we ended up doing, we took a videographer out there, and he videotaped me doing the ladder drills. He videotaped me throwing the football. He videotaped me rolling out left, rolling out right. He videotaped me handing the ball off. He videotaped my footwork and everything of that nature, right? I made a highlight tape of me working out.
Wait a minute. This is so profound that you were still hungry and you did what you had to do for you.
We made a copy of that tape and sent it everywhere. And
from baseball, and I'm going to tell you why I really, really get it. And I'm going to let you finish the story.
Yes, sir.
Spencer Elwood, young man out of Rockwall High School, got a scholarship in football at the University of Texas. It was sophomore year that year, 1 year. But the Tampa Bay Rays signed him. Mm-hmm. So his mom and granddad were like, well, what do we do with the scholarship? I said, your baby pro now. So after, 4 or 5 seasons, Tampa Bay Rays, he wanted to go to school and play football. So I went down to my connection at that time. Cinnamon Sheffield was assistant athletic director down there, she's with DISD. And I took it down, and Spencer got enrolled in UNT to play football. Okay, had him in the athletic dome, but you got to understand, he ain't got paid now 5 seasons playing pro baseball.
Right.
Spencer got his own high-rise apartment. Man. Like he said, I can use that scholarship for somebody else. I don't need it. Yeah. And I'm just saying, so even turning pro in baseball, he wanted to still experience, and probably because his partners, the college life in football. So that's what he went and did. Like, did you hear what I just said? He said he didn't want the scholarship. I don't need it. Man. And he got him a high ride. And I know the coach used to call and say, all the ball players hanging out at Spencer's place since you know what that is.
Right.
He came down in the big body, well, I ain't gonna put him out there like that.
Right.
But he got a chance. In what you just said, he wanted. He said, "Coach, can you get me ready for football?" And we did that.
Yes, sir.
So I think it's real awesome for you to even share what else you're about to share, so these youngsters know that it's still opportunities. See, everybody's not gonna be a high school star.
No, sir. Mm-hmm.
But you keep working and keep grinding. You look up, you get on the yard somewhere, and if you had to start at my boy Paul Dawson, P.J. Dawson, out of Dallas Skyline, 4th round to the Cincinnati Bengals in football, but he was a wide receiver at Skyline High School. Mm-hmm. Went to Trinity Valley for 2 years. Changed position to linebacker and became the number 1 linebacker in the nation at TCU. And I just told you, 4th round draft pick, Cincinnati Bengals. But I'm just saying, sometimes you may have to change positions to be who you are.
Ooh, that's so big in so many different ways, Coach.
Marquita Weaver just checked in. Just be who you are,
yeah.
And it'll still work. Now, could you imagine some of his buddies laughing, man, you had to go to JUCO. Mm-hmm. Well, that was his journey.
Right.
You know, they got old saying that I think it's cute.
Right.
Stay in your lane. Okay, if this lane is taking me where the direction I need to go in, I'm good with that. But what about if you miss your exit to get what's for you from staying in your lane?
And who in the car with you?
What if your car need gas and the service station's over here, you have to exit off to get it, but you don't exit out because you stand in your lane. Now you run out of gas and cause a wreck, causing confusion. If we run in track, be it the 100, I said track, running the 100, the 200, the 110 hurdles, 300 hurdles, 400, you stay in your lane.
Yes, sir.
Are you penalized?
But on the mile relay, first leg stay in his lane, second leg break at the curve, third and ankle, they lane 1. Now, you're going to look real crazy, everybody in lane 1, you still out in lane 8.
Man.
Go ahead, stay in your lane.
Yes, sir. No, and that's like I said, it's
Keith Turner checked in.
Who's in the car with you? Because, if you don't have a good passenger when you get sleepy to keep you up when you're driving.
Whoa.
That's one of the most important things. And doing this story, that's what happened. So I from being in the league, playing professional baseball, to making the decision to go to college, people was questioning my motive, right? But it wasn't their motive; it was my motive. So
Wait a minute. They question your more because you exceeded their expectations of you.
yes, sir. Yes, sir.
I can't see you do. It ain't for you to see me doing.
Right.
That's what this is what's wrong with a lot of our kids today. First of all, do kids have a right to have an opinion? They do. But do they make decisions? They don't.
They don't.
No, sir.
And that's what the problem is. Too many grown folk letting them make the decisions. If you not putting you out there, how old are you?
41.
How old are you?
43.
Have you ever been 42 before?
No, sir.
Have you ever been 44 before?
No, sir.
That's my point. Still got some stuff to learn.
Yes,
sir.
sir.
So we talking about some kids
Yes,
that's
sir.
16, 15.
And that's and coach, honestly, I know I was going somewhere with that. To finish that story real quick, made a tape, made a film, sent it out to everybody we can send it to. One school took it to, and going back to all them offers. One college.
Took a chance.
I'm from North Carolina. One school, and it was way outside of Fresno, California, took an opportunity, right? Took a chance on me. Coach, I ended up took a Greyhound bus from North Carolina to California. It took 3.5 days without taking a visit to the school, Coach, because I wanted it that bad.
Well, I got to cut this up for a minute. I know you can't finish, but I got to say hello to Ron Manning, my Bullhead, my boy Ron Wilson, Chicago, that checked in. Lisa Agnew that checked in. Your opportunity came from a college way across country.
Yes, sir.
God wanted to see how bad you wanted it.
Yes, sir.
You could either say, man, that's too far to go. But you got to go wherever there's to go to get what's for you.
Absolutely. Come on, man.
Go ahead.
I took a Greyhound bus. Money was funny. A Greyhound bus. So the whole time, I'm slowly but surely, day after day, I'm just leaving everything behind me, Coach. I end up getting there. The day I got to this school, Coach, I put on my cleats and the first day I got there, put on my cleats and asked anybody if they wanted to go to the field. They were like, "You just got here." Yeah, it's time to work. That's how it happened. So long story short, I ended up being a Hall of Fame in this same school right now. And from this school, it was a junior college coach. I ended up being a number 1 quarterback in the country from this school.
But what if you don't go? You would never have experienced what you're talking about.
Never experienced in my life.
You would have been, if I could have, listen what you did.
Yes, sir.
You took heed. Man, go ahead. This is so awesome to me
Yes,
because
sir.
you could have easily bowed out.
It started from a workout tape because I ain't have any. So I ended up going out there and, we had some, it was an awesome
Somebody say
tour.
you went through it. Boy, that post say you went through it to get to it.
Went through it to get to it. It's the only way.
Yes, sir.
We can't start at the 50 meter when you're running at 100. a lot of people want to start at the 80 meter mark so they can run backwards through the line, laughing at everybody, Coach. But as we know, the most important part of the race, you got to stretch first.
Yes, sir.
Did you?
Yeah,
I didn't tell him to say that. He just FACT. Fact.
you got to stretch first. People think you can just go toe
Just
that
go run.
line and be fast just like that.
Pastor Turner checked in. Pastor T. Hey, y'all see the number 469-708-8609. Again, 469-708-8609. Y'all see the number strolling at the bottom. If you want to call in, call in. But and again, last week was so awesome. I could not, and I apologize. It was impossible to answer every phone call. Man, y'all, and I ain't never been to service. I salute you. Y'all called in, man. They started calling my phone. They started texting my phone. Man, they wanted to help that young man.
What you said on the phone, Coach? They answered the what, Coach?
The call? Oh, roll call?
The roll call.
Roll call.
Yeah, see, and this is the segue where I wanted to give. See, you invited me on this show today, and it's not taken, but Coach, this is what I wanted to give you today, right? I know everybody out there listening. I know people out there listening has been affected by this man sitting to my left. I know we do it in private, Coach, but I wanted to openly give you your flowers once again, Coach. See, this what happens. My brother right here to my right has been on my spirit.
Whoa.
This is big facts. He didn't know I've been reaching out to him because he's been on my spirit. He called me. I pop up on him today.
Did you know we knew each other?
No, sir. No, sir. We're going to get to that one, Coach.
Okay.
Coach, he out there just so happened he know one of my nephews that I adopted in the neighborhood, mentoring. Guess what he out there doing, Coach? Mentoring.
Yes, sir.
Right? He out there mentoring in the hood.
Streets. In the hood.
In the hood. Mentoring. Because that's who he is. We end up talking some more. I said, you know, Coach Fly, do I know Coach Fly? That's how you say, what you say, bro?
Do I know Coach Fly? Man, stop it.
Do I know Coach Fly? You can't make this up, Coach. How many people you done touched to where they're doing the same thing what the coach showed them, Coach? Coach, you got so many people doing what you have given them, and you not even knowing how many people you doing. Man, Bishop Omar taught me inspire people. Man, you a living, breathing example of that, man.
Bishop who?
Bishop Omar.
Bishop Omar. Yes, sir.
You a living, breathing example of this, Coach. And this is what I'm saying to everybody else. Imagine. And I'm saying the word imagine because it's not realistic yet. Imagine if we had a mentality of not having ego. Because I ain't never seen no ego in you because it's only facts. See, you can when somebody's speaking facts on something, it removes ego, it removes bragging, it removes any of these things because it's fact. You can say that. You can say you've touched all these different people and you affected all these lives without it being anything cocky or being boastful because it's actual fact.
Passion.
Thank God. Man, listen, it wasn't a plan. It was action.
Come on, man.
I can't tell you. I will not tell you that. Let me start. No, man. But you know, I know where I'm from. I know what I didn't have. I know what I desired, but I found a lot of stuff I desired I didn't need. Man, thank you. Love you too.
Love, man, big love.
And then out there doing, man, speak on it.
Man, you know, you go through a time in your life. Everybody does, and that's why I rock with these young people like I do, because y'all heard the story about me being in the league, but you didn't hear the story why I wasn't in the league. You heard about me being the #1 quarterback in the country with all the officers in the world, but you didn't hear about the story of who I am and what happened. See, I'm vulnerable enough to say all these things, right? To where I can say that I love women more than I love the game. I can say that I love frivolous activity more than I love the classroom. I can say that I was baiting on my athleticism more than I did with striving to become a better athlete. See, I can say these things right in the open. And when you have vulnerability and humility in yourself as a man, then it makes you relatable to these young people that, well, you know what, that's the coach that I want to go to right there. Because you telling me that you can admit your faults, not just hide them. So, yeah, I can tell you how I got there and I can tell you how I lost it as well. But I also can tell you how my actions has also taken me to another place to where I'm wealthy right now, Coach. I'm rich, Coach.
Rich.
I am rich, Coach.
God is pleased.
Oh, man. So, callers, y'all don't know. My brother wasn't playing, and forgive me, Coach, but I did this. Tell me your Coach Fly story, bro.
I mean, you know, I went to Mayshell, right? And an athlete know an athlete. An athlete knows a coach that's genuine. An athlete knows who the coach is, you know, that's passionate about.
That care.
That care. You get what I'm saying? You know the coaches that's there for the chick. And I tell them all the time, like, even when I coached, he's hands-on. You know what I'm saying? He's passionate. He's giving back. You get what I'm saying? To where if you wanted to give up, you wouldn't. If you want to drop that time, if you need to, you know what I'm saying, you running a 20-point, he gonna make you run 19.8, 19.9 just by his aura, his the way he, you know what I'm saying, he instills it in you. You get what I mean? Like, I wish we would have had more of him. You get what I'm saying? Because you had some out there that was just doing it. Some that had to do this and it's over. Practice over at 6. It's over. Now Coach Fly gonna go to 6:45. You know what I'm saying? He gonna put his little tights on and his shorts. So he might not run that 100, but he gonna run 80 with you.
Yeah.
Physically, you get what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's just,
First 5 yards, you did.
Yes, I'm serious, bro. Like serious. Like he don't know when he came there. Even the ones that wasn't, it was some paying attention that you couldn't help it. You know what I'm saying? You know, you got that coach that I always want to be in the front and this, that, and that. He never ran track. You know what I'm saying? But just by him hearing him, he would get attention from people that he would coach people that he didn't know it. You know what I'm saying?
Wow.
He don't know this. I do.
Man.
You know what I'm saying? Because I'm one. You know what I'm saying?
Man.
I'm one. It's to the point to where you got some that I coach. I learned from different coaches from different places. You get what I'm saying? And certain coaches instilled stuff in me that took me a long way to where when I got in a certain situation where you kind of feel like this coach ain't really, you know what I'm saying? But I was already here with it. You know what I'm saying? So,
You know, I'm feeling so humbled, man,
Yeah.
right now because I'm feeling so humbled, man.
oh, man, man, it's like,
Brandon Hard say, Tardy Tank. Yeah, Maceo.
make sure.
Yeah, listen. They put me in Coach Allen say, I need you over the Tardy Tank, Coach, because you can relate to these kids. And I'm thinking to myself, okay, I don't know what. Here's the deal. I didn't know what he saw in me.
Yes, sir.
I wasn't seeing what he saw in me at that time. I said, well, I'm going to wear a suit every day. I'm not going to wear, I'm talking about every day. And they never saw the same suit twice.
Man.
Steve Harvey.
So how many days it was, I'm talking with shoes to match.
Man.
I never wore the same suit.
Wow.
Dress suit. I ain't talking about no sweatsuit. I'm talking about dress
Yes, sir.
suit.
Yes, sir.
Every day. I'm
God.
gonna be, and I did that. Did it at Kimball. I did it every day. They never saw it. And whoever can wear my size suit, I gave it to him.
That's different, man.
Brandon say, I used to be late. Wow. He said, I used to be late just to get that love from Coach Fly.
Man.
That was this man just text. Ron Ingham Jelly wrote and checked in. He said, I used to be late just to get that love from Coach Fly. I never forget.
I bear witness to that, Coach. I was at Lincoln, being the mentor down there. I was in ISS.
Oh, Brandon saying, what's up, Big B?
Hey,
Go ahead.
man.
Yeah, I was in ISS, and people was, Coach, Miss Weaver, you gonna send us to ISS to Coach X? When they got there, see, with this thing, they wasn't coming for fun. They was coming to be educated.
Devosky said Devosky is a brother. Say, man, yeah, we receiving the same love at the same time. Hey, 469-708-8609. 469-708-8609. If you want to call in and talk to these big grown men now. But it's almost like, to me, sitting here, like y'all little kids, and that's no disrespect.
No, absolutely.
Like y'all little kids again, man. Young kids.
Yes, sir.
Y'all don't understand how. Y'all don't understand, boy. Yeah, I can't. Well, I'm gonna quit saying y'all don't understand because I'm listening to you, so you do understand.
Yes, sir.
And over at Maceo, they said Coach Fly, it's gonna some of them, man. First of all, I'm raising Bunton. That's first and foremost.
Yes, sir.
I've just finished coaching the link. I recognize my people over there, and the target tank was supposed to be for the kids late to get them back to class. It turned into a class.
Man.
That's how I started playing sports.
Wow.
That's
got a
how I
caller.
That's how I started playing sports.
We got a caller. Caller, you on?
Hey, what's going on, Coach Fly?
I'm good. Who we talking with?
Talking to Brandon Hodges, Big D. What's
Hey.
up,
Boy,
man?
what's going on?
Big B.
Talk
What's
to
happening,
us.
man? I
This
just
is
going
good.
out there doing it, man. I just wanted to come through and show some love, man, like you do for me, man.
Wow.
Me and my boy Boxy.
That's one
Boxy
of
come from January, man. 6th grade together, man. We ride the bus. You know what it ain't number love.
Number love.
Yes, sir.
In
Y'all
2023.
boys keep on doing y'all thing, man. Keep doing your thing. There's people out there that's listening and watching, man. Y'all boys keep on doing y'all thing. Coach
Yes,
Fly,
sir.
you've been doing it, man, longer than I've been living, man. Keep it up.
Wow.
Man. See?
Say, man, listen.
Can't make it
Boy,
up, man.
thank Brandon. Woo-wee. Thank you. I'm glad I did
Man,
something
thank
right.
You, man. Hey, man, you did it, brother. I guarantee you, there's 1,000 of these out there. They just
More
don't
than
know
that.
where to come and tell you, give you your flowers, brother. I'm happy to call in and give you your flowers, man. Every story that you come out your mouth, man, ain't nothing but the truth, man.
Come on, man.
Tell them to stop you when you start lying, and you'll never stop talking.
Thank you so much. Love you too, man. Brandon, love you.
Love
bro.
you too, man.
Thank you.
Vontae, man, much love, bro. Keep
Love
on
you
doing
too,
your
bro.
thing, bro.
Yes, sir.
All right, man.
See, you started this, Terry Mayo. I'm not even saying Coach X. On the phone, and I said, I just missed out that we'd do a show. Because he started. We were talking about Jeremy Nelson. Man, go ahead, man. You got it.
Man, that's what I'm saying, man. I'm reaching out to everybody, man. What's the number? Say 469-708-8609. Man, call in and get Coach Fly your flowers, man. Call and give him your flowers right now, man. And this is coming from your humble brother, because I know there's, like the brother just said, thousands of, if not, I don't know how many thousands of me's and brothers, and the brother who just called in that has Coach Fly stories to where, Coach, remember on the phone I told you the other day, Coach, you're so unique and so different as a coach because of all these different people you have coached. You have coached every last one of us different because you have recognized the difference in us because all feet ain't the same. Everybody's feet isn't the same. A lot of people do not know I walk straight right now. I used to walk slew-footed as a young man.
Yes,
I mean, I remember that when you came in to see me.
I used to walk slew-footed. I walk straight right now as a grown man, and I tell my children to fix their feet because of this, man. I'm talking about what makes somebody just come in. I've been an elite athlete all of my life, brother. I'm talking about being in the league, been a number one this and all conference this and every. But I come in the first day, he tell me, hey, man, why you walking like that, man? Walk straight. You know what I mean? You mean to tell me I done had all these coaches pass by me, and this man right here it had the vision to be able to tell me that. So I now moving on in life, how many things that you have customized as a coach, that you've customized coaching in all of us as players because all of us didn't need the same thing. It's Coach, you a doctor more than a coach. And I say a doctor because, you know, and a specialist. You can't go to the brain specialist, to the neurologist for a heart transplant. You got to go to the cardiac specialist for that. Just so happen you can wear a whole bunch of different hats to where you're a specialist and you can understand what to fix in that individual. You get a proper diagnosis to be able to fix the things that's wrong with us.
Man, you know, there's a young man by the name of Kobe Lockett. I mentioned him a while ago. His wife, Kim, checked in. Kim, I hope he's watching. And, I said his son is Khalik Lockett. He's been having this conversation with me the past week. And, you know, they say God said when two or more. Mm-hmm. So obviously it's more, but he's been writing, and I had to, because that's what he's been. He said, Coach, you different.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
He said, Coach, and this is Kobe Lockett saying that, Brandon say, a father figure. Justin Thomason checked in. Kobe Lockett has been like, Coach, man, this is it. He said, Coach, you the Jedi.
Man.
That's his word.
Yes, sir.
He said, Coach, you the best kept secret. And I'm like, Kobe, I'm 64, man. I'm like, Coach, you the best. He said, till my son is done, I need you in his life. And this is a man that's in his son's life. Mm-hmm. You got what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
And I'm humbled with that, man. I'm so humbled, y'all. Now it's y'all show. Let me listen.
Coach, and another thing with that, I don't know, this is funny. Coach does all this training, get you faster, get you stronger, get you better as a person, as a man, as a young lady. And I've never seen nobody in life that keeps the same face the whole time. Like he don't let you know you done got better. And that's the gift, though.
You hear me?
See, he don't let you know because I realized something. How many people, how many coaches have coddled? How many people has coddled that? Oh man, yeah. Oh, that's right. Oh man, yeah, my boy here. And now I done adopted this mindset that I'm great already, right? Mm-hmm. That means I ain't got no more room for improvement. I can't go anywhere else. So, Coach, this is stuff you don't even know about yourself. Coach, I'm telling you, but you having that straight face and you just working and pushing, trying to extract every last gift and talent out of every last one of us for our service.
I'm just listening. People, I've heard people say, Coach, you ain't excited about it? I'm like, yeah, but why he didn't do this or why she didn't do that? Hey.
Man, I'm telling you, and look, this is a true story.
So I've been keep the carrot in front of us.
Man, for real, man. So anyway, I'm working out with Coach, Man, one day I went back to the school, went back to A&M Commerce, and I started playing basketball. Man, I bear witness to it. I was so explosive. I jumped almost from the free throw line, coach. And I didn't realize until then how explosive I've got pulling them weights, man. You know what I mean? Because when Coach put all them weights on there, I'm like, man, hold on, Coach. You want me to? But once again, as we know, Coach told me this right here. Hey, man, everybody talking about dogs, but what kind are you though? Because it's chihuahuas out here too, ain't Coach?
Dog. All kind of dog. And a barking dog can't bite you. Man, boy, let's see, what a show. This is awesome. Checker Thurman checked in. Man, listen, boy, this is my cuz Roston checked in. Cookie. Man, you know, matter of fact, y'all, you know what? I'm just going to call it the check-in for. I want y'all to give it a, I'm kind of feeling special.
Man, you should, Coach.
Yeah, I'm just, to know that, because it was some knuckleheads, but I understood the knuckleheads.
Yes, sir.
They understood because they know they couldn't use the N-word around me.
Yes, sir.
Peep this though. I know you noticed this. You was chosen to get put at May Show. Because one number knuckleheads. You get what I'm saying?
Wow.
One number knucklehead. That one that just called, that was a knucklehead. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and he said he love me, Coach Fly, man.
He ain't got no choice. You don't know how much, you know what I'm saying? How much you changed.
Thank you,
touch.
Barlett,
You
man.
don't know,
This-
Coach Fly. Like, seriously.
Say, man, and the thing about it, during the process, I can put it out there now. I used to watch different teachers say, he ain't gonna make it with them. It ain't gonna make it. We know who that one like. And they see him humbled down, man. And what was crazy, I'm talking about grown folks already giving up on some kids because of certain behaviors.
Yeah.
And if they act too bad, you want to put them in special ed. What makes him be a special ed kid? Because he don't mind.
Right.
That's not special ed. Kid, have y'all heard him talk? I ain't talking about when he was over there cursing. Or when y'all pissed him off. Yeah, he acted a fool. But who took time with him? It's some bad grown folks, y'all.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
And there was some teachers, because of their titles, and some coaches, I said it,
That's the
that
truth.
just didn't even care. But it was their job. They had the title.
Yes, sir.
Then they said, man, Coach Fly, he acting like one of the kids. He got there and run with him.
You coach.
Whatever. But they don't know the time I'm running. I'm saying, we can do this. We can do this. We can do this. We're going to do this. Yeah, you're not there yet. We're going to get there. Give me your best. So your best is good enough.
Man.
Because if this cat is so cold right here and you get your best, then there's a place for you to be with him. And then there they go. And the thing about it, it went beyond the school. 'Cause they don't understand being there early in the morning to late in the afternoon. They them riding through the neighborhood out there. You dropping folks out. They coach them home. Okay, how many at the house, man? Well, it's gonna be as long as I get my little sister something. Let's do this here. So I can go on, and they gonna eat.
I bear witness to that too, Coach. I used to have my boys because and actually too, and I'm not pitching this, but this is what's going on. So in my program with the action program, we getting ready this summer. We're gonna have
Speak on that action program for the people.
So action, we all got places where we thought we should have been,
Ooh-wee.
but our actions wasn't conducive to getting us there. It ended up having us to where we end up being.
I gotta read Justin Thomas. That's the real reason I love you, Coach Fly. I love you too, Justin. Man, we talking about men, grown men now telling another man, I love you.
Yes, sir.
That's all I'm saying.
That's real.
And Mental Health Awareness Month. At
Thank
that.
you. Paying homage. Yes, sir.
Paying homage.
Yes,
sir.
And
Man, this is so, I'm not gonna say it's crazy, it's profound, but it's
And it's divine.
divine.
It's divine. But we have places where we thought we should have been, but our actions end up taking us where it took us. But it doesn't mean that if you don't change your actions that you can't go where you supposed to be. Hold on, what'd you say supposed to be? I say supposed to be. Because at the end of the day, you never forget that Big God is the orchestrator and the big coach
Big God.
of all these
Said the
things.
real OG, huh?
Real
The
OG.
real OG. I thought for a long time, about me being a two-sport I played 2 sports in the league, coach, and I thought that was what it's supposed to be. But when I grew my relationship with God, and I realized my passion, but my relationship allowed me to understand my purpose. And when I understood my purpose, you combine your passion and your purpose, and it's up for us to figure out how to be impactful with it. And that's what's going on. And action is that. Action is teaching accountability. What kind of accountability? Self-accountability first. Action is teaching commitment. Commitment to who?
To who?
Commitment to self. Hold on, what you mean committed to
me
self?
versus me.
Me versus me, coach. Me versus me, coach. You don't put a lot of us in the league, coach.
Me versus me.
And that's what that was our competitor the whole time. Are you gonna quit? Man, coach got a heel in the facility, right?
Right.
Man, I've never felt pain and soreness like that in my life, man. And I done had all kinds of training.
Well, I got a rule. If you die, you still got to finish. That's the rule.
Yes, sir.
And see, man, boy, Chris Pinnock done checked in. Boy, this is awesome, man. Kimball High, one of the Kimball High finest, Barton County finest, A&M, Texas A&M, College Station finest, Jamaica finest because he was a medalist in the Olympics,
Man.
in the 110 hurdles.
Man.
Yes. Say, man, listen, I was crazy enough to listen. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
So the results, and it took, what's today's date? What's the date? What's the date?
Was it
15th?
16.
2023. And I'm listening to something that wasn't a plan of mine that I'm receiving, and can't nobody take it from me.
Yes, sir.
'Cause y'all giving it.
Yes, sir.
And I receive it. And my chances are, because y'all grown men with families now,
Yes, sir.
and still talking like you again, like we back at the school building, and that's why I'm saying, and it's been many that still ended up just say catching out.
Right.
I some of the calls, the letters, the calls I had to accept. Well, I didn't have to accept, but I had to accept.
Right.
The letters, and I remember one young man got out doing this, doing what he was doing, but he said, "Coach, let me drop this money off, buy some kids some stuff that we didn't have." Mm-hmm. See, no cameras behind that. And I'm not justifying whatever wrong he did, but he said, "Go buy them kids some stuff that we didn't have." Mm-hmm. One youngster just told me that it hadn't been out there long. I'm not gonna call his name. Probably been home now about a month, working on a month. I'm gonna say it just like he said it to me. Boy, Coach Flav, you go to the penitentiary. I wanted to stop him there. He said, "Boy, you gonna have it made. Man, so many folks know you and love you."
Man.
I'm like, I almost called his name just then. No, I don't want to go there. And guess what? Oh, this is crazy. God let me give it right now tonight. But lock in what I said. He said, if you go to the penitentiary, you're going to have it made. Because so many people love you, but you're going to have it. He said, man, so many folks, even the cats that don't know you, hear you, man, they want it. But I shared that because I shared it.
Coach, you not only coach the players, you coach the coach.
Yeah, that's why I
That,
was
you got to
Bell
understand.
to check in,
You
Kiko Bell.
don't just coach the players, you coach the coaches, coach.
Kiko Bell said, we thank you, Coach. One of Kimball Knight's finest, University of Houston finest.
Wow.
Wow.
When you touched Maceo, I had never been to Texas Relays. I mean, I never been down to the major events, Jesuit and all that. I had never been none of that.
Wow.
I just ran because I know it'd keep me out
'Cause
of
you
trouble.
run-
Yeah. I went down to the Austin Relays.
Yeah.
and,
Texas Relays.
Texas Relays.
Yeah.
And competing and all that. And, man,
This young man just
coach the
chimed
coach.
in.
Coaching the coach. And he didn't know it.
Wow.
He didn't know it.
Kiko Bell. He's coaching now AD down in Houston. But he calls me on a regular. Something just goes, I just want to tell you I love you. That's it. This was day is Tuesday. Probably was Saturday or Sunday. But this is what we do all the time, man. He was a young man that coaches wasn't believing in at first. He just became all stater. That's all.
Man.
Scholarship in football. That's all. Like I say, he's AD now.
Man.
I say that because when you exceed people's expectations of what they believed about you, now you become a problem. Nah. They viewed you and valued you so little. And a lot of times, it's family members.
Right.
Or not family. Family gonna love you. It's from relatives.
Right. Relatives.
See, it's a difference.
That's it.
It's a
Sir.
difference. Because, well, nobody else didn't do it in our family. Okay, well, here to start. See, the best way to start anything is to start. See, you're not a failure when you're attempting to do anything. Whether you finished it, I said when you attempted to do whatever it is you attempted to do, that's successful. It's like a puzzle. You got to get it together. Just keep working on that puzzle. If it get a little difficult I know y'all see me. If it get a little difficult right here, start working on it up here. Then you might have to drop over here. But keep working because it started doing this. See, but if you just give up right here, it's on you. Found a spot, start working, found another spot, it's going to come together. Now don't start trying to make no spot fit.
Right.
Because as soon as it come together, it's going to be a spot out of place.
Right.
Just keep working. But normally what happens, somebody else come along and say, you never thought about putting it right here? See, it's more than one way to be right. It ain't but one way to be wrong. You're wrong. But I say, it's crazy. But when you smart enough to know you dumb, you cannot be dumb anymore.
Right.
Because you done figured it out. So
Right.
you cannot be dumb. And I got a little saying I say that, you're the third smartest kid in your class. One but two people in there. Oh, they go to laughing. How am I gonna be the third? It's just you were smart enough to know it was two in there. See, people locked in on the dumb.
Yes, sir.
Locked in on I was smart enough to know it was two in there. Yeah, it's sponsorship time, y'all. Got to go there and we'll come back to the show. Some Kenny G, we're gonna keep it smooth and sexy. Ladies and gentlemen, it's a good show. You're listening to the On Your Mark show. Hey, to my sponsor, my boy, Sammy Jr. Sammy Washington Jr. over at Roberts Ready to Wear. That address is 1706 MLK Boulevard, Dallas, Texas. Phone number 214-421-0624. Again, that's 214-421-0624. Now listen, if you want to be Paul Bearer clean, I ain't say casket clean, because that means you're out of there.
Yes.
But we carrying this casket. Man, Sammy Jr. gonna get you so clean, man. They got some new Dobb hats over there, man. It's really nice for the summer. But them bucket hats, all the colors, man. Listen, go see my guy Sammy Jr., man, and say Coach Fly sent you. And if you walk in, you're gonna see my picture to the left of the counter right there, and say, man, Coach Fly sent me, and Sammy gonna give you that Coach Fly discount love, man. Go see Sammy Jr. Then when you still in South Dallas over there in Sunnyside, go on down the street to Freedom Fashion. See my guy Freedom himself and his wife, Miss Helen. That address is 2716 MLK Boulevard, Dallas, Texas. Phone number 214-421-3011. Again, 214-421-3011. Say Freedom, this now we're down the street. It's Robert's Ready to Wear. And they say y'all show each other love because they do. And I want to buy some stuff with you too. And he going to make sure that you get that Coach Fly discount. If you look to the right by the soda machine in the counter, you'll see a picture of Coach Fly. Man, say, listen, Coach Fly told me to come see you and he's going to take care of you. Then my guy, Charles Archer, Our Insurance Services, 510 Turtle Cove Drive, Rockwall, Texas. Phone number 972-686-6868. Again, 972-686-6868. Now, you need car insurance, house insurance, boat insurance, skateboard insurance, pull up your pants insurance. Go see my guy, Charles Archer. He's going to make sure that he bundle you a package together, and you're going to be overly happy. You're going to be, AARP. You're going to beat everybody and say, Coach Fly sent you. You're going to give you that Coach Fly love. And listen, ladies and gentlemen, you cannot, young men, young women, you got your paper plates on your car. I understand you got to have them in time. But if your paper plate good for 6 months, 7 months, them laws going to stop you. Go get you some man, listen, go get you some insurance and save that headache. 'Cause when that police, he done already ran your place before when he pulled you over. They already know whether you got be legal. Also, my guy, Dr. Brad Salter, Lakeside Dental Solution, 6705 Heritage Parkway, Rowlett, Texas. Phone number 972-412-0014. Again, 972-412-0014. Man, this guy is so awesome, man. Doing on this, I'm talking about he's the artist with this teeth work, man. Go see my guy and say, Coach Fly, he gonna hook you up, man. He does all the celebrities' teeth, man. But look here. That's Charles. That's Dr. Brad Salter's work. Matter of fact, I'll be there to see him tomorrow because my son Rodney is going to. We got an appointment, man. Listen, we'll be there. God send the same. We see you tomorrow, Dr. Salters. We'll see you around 11 o'clock tomorrow. Also, my people here, Dallas on Earth. Cat, listen, man. Listen, they do an awesome job with the podcast show. You know the number 469-708-8609. Again, 469-708-8609. You know the number. Call in. My guy, JB John Beckwith Jr. Yes, Golden Gate Funeral Home. My guy, JB. Listen, that's 4155 R.L. Thornton Freeway. Phone number 214-941-7332. Again, 214-941-7332. We know we all gonna have to go that way. Nobody's gonna leave here alive. No one. God might show me favor later on. Let me try it. I don't know. Y'all know I like to laugh. But no one's going to leave here alive. And if you got a loved one that needs that help, man, my guy, John Beckwith Jr., and you say Coach Fly sent you, might say we don't have the insurance, all the stuff that occurs. Trust me. F-A-C-T, fact. You call John Beckwith and say Coach Fly told me to call you. He's going to make sure your loved one makes that transition real smooth. I'm talking about with class. You won't have to feel shame about it. He's that kind of guy, man. I'm just telling you. And I know Pastor Turner, I want to talk pre-needs, but I love it when, since I done created it, he going to have to call in when we talk about our pre-needs. I know he'll call in, and that'll be the last part of my sponsorship so we can speak on that pre-needs for you. But we're back to the show. Thank you very much for listening to my sponsors. If I started back off with you, come on with it. Thus far, what do you think? But when I saw my boy Tony Anderson and checked in, when I saw you put, I said, man, this is gonna be good. I didn't know what to expect, but I expected it to be what it's gonna be good.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, like you said, like Mayo. I met Mayo. I meet semi-pro.
Gotcha.
I went to Maceo, and I was one of those ones that shoulda, coulda, woulda. You know what I'm saying? Like,
now you had it.
Yeah,
you had the it. Let me tell you what you was caught up in.
Yes, sir.
You had the DNA to be the athlete you wanted to be, but you was such a warrior.
Yeah.
You didn't disappoint the hood either.
Yeah.
And with that being said, at that time in life, see the hood today, the code is different. Matter of fact, I don't even know if it's a code.
Mm-hmm.
But back then, the code would say, you got something going positive for yourself. You don't have to do this. We got this. Mm-hmm. But you was who you were. Now, I'm with y'all, so that's what I can say that because I recognize that.
You know, when they say the product of the environment. Like, but I got two sisters and a mama that I got to keep on pushing for and protect. You get what I'm saying? So, it's easy to be persuaded by the wrong.
Yeah.
Real
talk.
It is. So what I do now, like
trying to say the truth.
Yeah, the truth. Yeah. I went through a phase in my life. Thank God I never went to that penitentiary. You know what I'm saying? But I did catch some charges that stopped me from being where I need to be.
Okay, some of us, I just told you I raised in Buntown.
Mm-hmm.
Didn't get caught.
Yeah.
Some of us got caught. And somebody still took the charge because you got something that's going for yourself.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just looking in the mirror. Go ahead.
And see, like But how God blessed me was I went through it. I never gave up. You know what I'm saying? I never gave up. I got back on the horse in my late 20s. You know what I'm saying? I played semi-pro just to prove to the youngsters
I can see. I
can do this.
Yeah.
And I played against brothers like this. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
And at that time, probably didn't know y'all gonna have a relationship.
didn't know.
Nah.
I played on opposite sides of him.
Yeah.
I'm playing somebody who just like me on the opposite side. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Tanya said shit show was awesome, but she gotta go. Hey, you be blessed, Tanya.
Yeah, I played Mayo, man. I'm talking about I bragged on this dude, like, because it's me. I gotta give credit when credit is due. I gotta get credit. If I play against you and you work me,
Yes.
I feel down on myself. You know, if I didn't play my best game against you, you know what I'm saying? I got to give you your credit. I can't, man, that's something. No, I look forward to playing this.
And that's what I don't see, that camaraderie.
Oh yeah.
No
Yeah, that's
more,
how it be.
man, because you know it's more of a hating
Yeah.
status now, and it's almost like, wait a minute, Paul said that's why Bontown will never be rebuilt. You sure right about that, man, because they know it was raising athletes about it, but not to succeed. That's what they didn't want.
That's what, like with us.
But what
Make sure.
our neighborhood was called the I just went dead brain. I just went dead brain. What was the name? Or whatever, Alpha Sunnyvale. Somebody hit me with that. Oh, it was called the not pork and beans. It was called what they, because they would say, man, coach, don't go over there. I said, man, what? My people over there.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm talking about post up. I say post up. W.W. Bush, post up. Up there, good luck, post up. Man, come on, man. That's when them kids believe in you. With it. Coach, you'll come over here? Yeah, think I won't when I will. I'm talking about let it get late on you. Coach, you good. Because they got you. Even them that was out there turning corners, I'm going to use that. They still come through. Man, Coach, appreciate you for looking like for my little brother. Man, listen, you got to understand, man. It's going to always be a knucklehead. But it had to have a head for you can knuckle on it.
Absolutely.
So if you can get to that head,
Yes, sir.
you're going to have a good chance of touching his heart if he or she will listen.
So when we played ball for Maceo, we was out of Highland Hills.
The butter beans, you're right.
You know what I'm saying? We was out of Highland Hills.
Thank you, boy, at the butter
But
beans.
majority of the team was Highland Hills. Best
Yeah.
for less. Majority of the beefs was Highland Hills. Best for less.
Best for less.
So it was up to us, because we really the big dogs. You know what I'm saying? If we change, they ain't got no choice but to change. Forget what they were doing back then. You know what I'm saying?
Got you.
That's
Nunu.
why the one Big Brandon, when he called him, like, Coach Fly, because we were getting coached.
Hey,
know,
hey Vasquez,
get
Nunu said she saying hey to you, boy.
Hey there.
Go ahead.
Yeah, you get coached. It's more than just coaching. You know what I'm saying? It's more than just coaching.
And that's the part to where with us with the Action Network, because it started with little leagues, and I say that because we was talking about incidents, but imagine, and we ain't got to say imagine because this is reality again. Our little leagues hate, and I say hate strongly, the opponent across the field when these kids go to school together. Some of them are relatives. So what has happened is a new word. It's not a new word. We knew it as opposition, but it's op this and op that. So these young people said they the ops when they're not. But this is the thing about it, though. See, sometimes instead of creating this oppositional mind frame, and you understand that competition, friendly competition is one thing, but you never know if you're going to be teammates
Never
with
know.
the competitor.
Well, see, that's gonna go hand in hand. Brandon told me to tell Vasquez, you've been real and humble and fearless from day one that we met, bro. I seen it with you with my own eyes at Jay and Urban. That fat bully bit your arm, bit your arm.
Right here.
Wow. And you still whooped him.
Talking about yourself. I mean, yeah. I mean, like,
Brandon, he just showed. I know you saw him. He just showed it. See that's some love going back.
Yes, sir.
it's always, man.
And I'm saying you just never know who you're affecting, man. that you think is a little bit may mean a lot to somebody else.
Yes, sir.
Even though you desire to do much more, and it's okay.
Yes, sir.
But that little bit you gave meant a whole lot. You don't know what's going to inspire you. Deborah Smith just checked in. You don't know what somebody else was needing at the time you thought you had nothing to give. Your mistake, which is what it is, your wrong, which is what it was, help somebody. We know your help helped somebody.
Man.
I'm going to say it again. You know your help helped somebody.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
But don't you know your wrong helped somebody?
Yes, sir.
sir.
Absolutely.
See, every mistake don't mean failure. See, honestly, I'm going to say it again. It's going to be real hard to take me off this pedestal. I said it. That y'all done put me on. It feels good.
You deserve it, Coach.
It feels good to feel good. And especially when I'm looking at grown men now. You could have easily said, man, it's so much you could have said. When it didn't look like it was going the way you wanted it to go. Sometimes just get in and ride.
Yes, sir.
See, one thing about exposure, that's what it is.
Right.
Exposure.
You know, you said something, Coach, about and that's some of the language we use with our mentoring. You know, baseball taught me how to fail successfully. And people people ask me, how do you fail successfully? I said, because you hitting if you hitting 300, you're a Hall of Famer.
I want you to read that last statement for Patrick.
But it's not 300, it's .300.
And we know how tough it is in Highland Hill. But look what
The last statement, Brother Broderick, was
at the bottom.
You brought more validity to Highland Hills, bro.
How deep is that?
Yes, sir.
Man,
See, now watch this. Sometimes, I'm going to use the word loosely, being a knucklehead. I'm going to say it again. Sometimes, being a knucklehead brings justification to an area.
yes, sir.
Because now, some other folks that were going to be a knucklehead, no, I can't do that because he already over. And it just calms down some stuff. See, your mission,
Sure.
well, everybody say he in the breezeway cutting up. But you able to walk through the breezeway.
Right. Right.
You got what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
I know I'm going somewhere real deep with
Nah,
this.
I got it.
sir.
I get it.
Man, at least you able to walk through the breezeway and go back through the breezeway
Yes, sir.
and be okay. The little kids can come outside and play because you over there.
And
Yes,
he
sir.
just told me, and
Hey.
I bear witness. I bear witness to this right now. I pull up over there, and he tell me today. He said, "Man, that what's her name? The lady,
manager.
the manager departments came and told him, man, like, man, since you've been here, man, you know, it's been a lot of decrease in violence, a lot of decrease in a lot of foolishness and everything because of your presence, man. And this is." I believe in giving people flowers, cause I know I'm
walking
getting you,
the
but
check,
I'm getting into him now.
You better.
See, he asked me a question today. He said, and I don't even. I know you probably remember you saying this, brother, but this is from Big God, from my spirit, delivering the answer to your own question.
Yes, sir.
You said, I don't know if I'm a chosen one, and
Ooh.
Big God is telling you this right here. You've
Big
been
God.
chosen.
But watch this. He didn't lie when he said he didn't know.
Right.
Because God already knew. You had to
God,
find
man,
out.
Come on, man. You've been chosen, bro.
You had to find out.
Yes, sir.
See, I'm gonna tell you, I'm Paul Dodge and checked in.
Hmm. Big P.
Yeah, Big P. It was on my heart. I got with some folks. I said, man, I want to fill up some trunks and fill them up with all kind of school supplies and stuff, pillars and whatever it takes for them to go off to college. It was in my spirit. But my boy, Swig Alexander came on board with me. But other folks that talked about it, I said talked about it, wasn't about it. So I did 5 boys, 5 girls. I'm talking about filling it with anything, even with some condoms for the boys.
Right.
They going off school, but I'm not that shallow where I think you, man, listen.
That's a necessity.
Say, listen, it was so much, and them folks to see the tears come from them. I'm talking folks I don't even know, just if they call me, you can get the trunk. And I'm talking about filled it up with everything that I could think of. And Say, man, and I want to do it again. I really wish some folks grab my hand again. And you don't have to, listen, y'all don't have to know the kids, man. You don't have to get with me to do it.
Let's make it happen. That's the name of the program. We about that action around here.
Say, man,
I'm with it, Coach.
that was it. And I delivered each and every one. I didn't tell them to come. I just delivered it.
Let's do it. It's not,
And guess what? To see the joy, because the kid didn't know what, and then people comment, I didn't know this. I don't even know what was in it. When it was full, it was full. It's and I know it's not gonna get you through the whole year, but guess what? We can get to the best way to start anything is to start. We was getting that Coach.
Say no more, Coach. That's done.
Say, man, just think about it, man. Think about what you didn't have. Man,
Yes,
you got
sir.
that. Say, man, I'm talking. We did pillars to bedspreads to. If it didn't fit, oh well. I mean, school supplies out the galore. Personal hygiene. Listen, the personal hygiene. Wait a minute. Nunu. Okay, Nunu say, yes, sir. You blessed my daughter 2 years ago. Thank you. Nunu, thank you. You know what? I'm bringing the. Thank you. First off, thank you. Say, man, real talk. And guess what you had after all that stuff? You had the trunk.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That trunk.
Storage space.
You already. You had the trunk.
You need that storage space.
Say, man, so that did my heart good, man. So now it's that time of year again. Hey, y'all, okay, we late. Because it just hit me. I want to do that again.
Yes, sir.
So if I did 10, I got to do at least 20 this time.
Yes, sir.
Now, there's no number. I said 20. If we get to 30, that's just 30 more kids. That's all I'm saying. Hey, you could know some kids that it don't have to go through here. You could just make it happen. But we will and we can team up
Yeah, we will.
and make this happen.
Yes, sir.
What we got? We rolling good, man. Thus far, what y'all think about the show, man? I'm still in I don't understand.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
I'm feeling real good, man.
Everything about it is beautiful. You know, the flow of everything, and it's organic and it's authentic.
Wait a minute, I gotta read No, I just hit the where it say more. Yes, sir, you blessed my daughter 2 years ago, thanks. And now my baby girl, itty bitty, that's what they call it, going off to Texas A&M Commerce for track.
No.
Yeah, because you know what? She got busy to state track me. Boy, this is beautiful.
Itty bitty. Nunu.
Yeah.
Itty bitty run track. Nunu went to Roosevelt.
No,
Nunu went to Kimball.
Went to Kimball.
Nunu went to Kimball.
Let me tell you about. I just had Nunu. See, I was
Itty bitty making that noise.
I was over. I was over the size coaching football and track. I was over the pepper assemblies. Man, Nunu and Pooh gonna be on every pepper assembly. They gonna be on stage getting busy.
Damn.
I wouldn't care wherever coach boy, that's what I'm saying.
Every
Yeah.
This man.
Listen, I'm talking about if I'm rolling somewhere. So I did what for 6 years, almost 7, a limo ride and lunch after every 6 weeks. We going somewhere. One 6 weeks I took 15 kids. I had a limo party bus to come that failed.
Man.
Because they figured they would never get to go because he failed.
Man.
And took them out for a time. Now watch this. The 15 that I taken out, teachers was upset. First of all, this wasn't on y'all dime. It wasn't even on Kimball's dime. My boy Nathaniel Newton Jr. would always make it happen with me. Playing at the Calvin in prime, as in Deion Sanders pitched in. Yes. Listen. Of the 15, 14 of them passed the next semester.
Man, see?
How about that? And the only reason the 15 one didn't, he had already missed too many days.
Cause you know what that is? Sometimes it takes somebody to believe in you even before you believe in you.
Yes, sir.
You know how they used to get to go? I'd say, you're going to have to write an essay on whatever I came up with, write an essay. And then I involved Carter High School, I involved at Samuel High School, then Paul Quinn College to go on the trips. Man, we was having a time, man. They said I spent more time away from the school than I did at the school. But guess what? It was called Exposure. And honestly,
right. That's
and the
right.
first time the kid said, I said, what restaurant you want to go to? You won't believe what the first restaurant they wanted to go to. McDonald's. I said, no, we going to a restaurant. We getting out of Oak Cliff. We going to Las Colinas. We going to Addison. We going deep. No, we going downtown. We going restaurants.
Right.
And guess what? Did that. And that wasn't, like I said again, God blessed it. And we did this every semester, every 6 weeks.
Cause I'm what you said earlier about feeling that trunk. You put that on my spirit. When I leave here, I'm about to get on that. I'm gonna reach out to my network, everybody in the Action Network, everybody who's involved in coming together. That's to where we can start that right now.
No, watch this, y'all. It ain't nothing you gotta pre-plan. It just do it.
Just do it. That's it.
No, say them limo ride was the bomb. Getting out of school. Yeah, y'all just wanted to get out of school. Because they knew we going to leave about 10 that morning. We're not coming back to about 3-something.
Man.
Because I had to practice. Man, we gone all day. They say, well, coach, watch this. You wasn't supposed to have but 4 field trips that year. I had 8 in one semester.
Man.
What? But the principal signed off on it.
Right.
So what?
Right.
Watch this. Teachers was complaining. Coach Fly get to do what he wanted to do. Principal signed off on it. We were gone. We were out of there. Oh, we had a time, boy. We had a time. Then the Prime was in the bus, take them to the games on Sunday. To at that time, Texas Stadium. Oh man, we getting out of there, man. Then he had the club Prime Time 21. He shut it down for the kids could come in.
Man.
Oh man, come on, man. You see, wasn't no cameras behind us on that, you know. Man, this behind the scenes.
Right.
Yeah, man. But those trunks, man. You really bless some families with them trunks, man, them kids, man. It just came up in my spirit, man, and it worked.
And so on June 17th.
Exposure, you're sure right.
June 17th at Thurgood Marshall Recreation Center, we doing the Action Network is partnering with the City of Dallas Parks and Recreation in Thurgood Marshall and the DPD. What we doing is called I'd rather dodge balls than bullets.
We can't just walk all past that one right there. I'd rather dodge balls than bullets.
We'd rather dodge balls than
I like
bullets.
that.
It's going to be a community dodgeball game. So, we're bringing dodgeball back. We're going to have some fun.
I can't let you go with this. Hold up. See, I know they don't play Sandlock no more. I don't see it. Let me tell you where I got my moves from. Dodgeball. Mm-hmm. I said, go fly. Well, I wasn't coach, I just fly in. They said, he fast, but that dodgeball.
Yeah.
That dodgeball. Especially when you get down there, it's you left, and it's them with the ball. And you, boy, listen.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's where you got your skills from,
Yes,
playing
sir.
Sandlock, man.
Yes, sir.
But
Yes, sir.
dodgeball.
Yes.
And we need to have a dodgeball competition. I know. Well, we're going to talk. I'm talking about, now we're going to talk. Because even out in Rockwall, at the rides, I used to close it down for the weekend. And then we have the kids come look at $5. Parents can drop their kids off at 8 that night. And you pick them up the next morning at 8. And we just doing all kind of stuff.
Man.
But I know it's crazy now. We can save who you can with what you can.
Right.
It's like Coach Flatter, like you say, the Sandlot. That's what a lot of us learned. That's what a lot of us
Got your skills from.
like a lot of us knuckleheads. That's what we got
Little
out.
Robin.
You know when we did the hood to hood,
Yeah.
the hood to hood football. It was
Listen,
just
but you know what's scary? And I will say this, because there's no code out there no more.
right.
You go play Sandlock now, just say a good Sandlock game. It gonna be somebody on the sideline sweating it. Say, man, you let him do you like that, man. And here go the nonsense.
Right. We had Dion come out there.
See?
And them same little knuckleheads decided to show out.
So
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
It's,
You know,
y'all, again, I'm not justifying wrong.
yeah.
But say, y'all, it has to be a code.
Yes, sir.
The code has to come back, y'all. If I was doing wrong, which I did some wrong, but the hood said, no, you can't go, man. Nah, you know. Now, I'd be beneficiary of what if they made it back, what they came with. Yeah, I'm talking about me. I'm not talking about nobody else.
Right.
That's right.
So, what I'm getting at, there was a code. Like, nah, you got something going on, man. You can't do that.
Can I say something about
Go
that
ahead.
though, Coach? This is something real that a lot of, I know probably, I don't know who's listening or whatever, but if it rose the wrong person right, it rose the right person wrong. You know what I mean?
Hey, it's facts.
I believe that as people has aged, people don't understand that you start gang banging in so many different ways. You got people who spiritual gang bang. You got some people who
Say spiritual gang.
spiritual religiously
That's
gang
deep.
banging.
That's
You
deep.
got people who are
Talk about some of y'all pastors. Go
yeah,
ahead.
organizational gang banging. You got people who are saying they do right over here and serving kids and doing right and serving kids over here that don't like each other. You got neighborhood leaders and stuff who are at odds with other neighborhood leaders. So my thing is this right here. See, what had happened is people have stopped going to class. Hold on, what you mean stop going to class? Yeah, because once you start, you feel like you got your PhD, your doctorate, your master's or whatever it is, you feel like your education is over with. But what happens, what you do also too, Coach, and you have the power to do is find those ways of putting people in the classroom that don't like school. So when you can put those people back in the classroom that don't like school and they start learning, and now we can start bridging those gaps, and now we can get these people over here and get these people, this organization to really do it and really be about it, come together without trying to figure out whose name is on the flyer, who's accepting the credit, who's trying to get the impact scores for your outcome reports or your nonprofits and things of that nature, and really serve, right? And that's where it's going to come to, because a lot of us have grew up and you start targeting these young people and saying what is wrong with the young people, but you don't realize that your reflection then became a foggy mirror. And when you got a foggy mirror in the restroom and everybody, shower and in the bathroom steam up in your shower, if you write a message on that foggy mirror while it's fogged up, even when it's clear, you're not going to see it again until what? That steam come back.
Again, it's still right
It
there.
never went nowhere.
It never went nowhere. That's deep. That's fact.
So that's what it is. Moving past this trauma, moving past finding yourself, and I encourage. It's a challenge to everybody out here. Let's get back to the reason you decided to be the help.
As many as are saying, it's so many bad kids.
Ooh, say it, Cole. I ain't saying it. You say it.
If they quit saying it and let's just change some bad kids and let the bad, because it's always been a bad kid or two. Anyway.
Yes, sir.
I be feeling like I was a bad kid. I mean, anybody can be a bad kid. You know what I'm saying? Everybody.
Some folks are turning kids into being bad.
And mentally just push them into being it. You
Well,
know
my
what I'm
boy
saying?
Headache done checked in. Stephen Smith. Next week, you on the show, Headache. Man, we had a deep talk. He reached out to Jeremy. Matter of fact, Jeremy Nelson. Listen, man.
Blessings, brother.
Everybody, we don't live our life. Yeah, now Robin just said something. We don't live in our neighborhoods anymore. So true. But you know what, Robin? But I stay in South Dallas all the time. I go through there. Sometimes. Headaches, yes indeed. Young mothers, he said young mothers in single parent homes. Yeah, glad you said that, and you're correct, Robin. But you know what? I've dealt with a few, not a lot, that had mama and dad in the house, and mom and daddy wasn't doing the right thing, and the kid was suffering because they were strong, they were doing their thing.
Yes, sir.
So, and that's a 2-parent home,
Yes, sir.
but it wasn't the right 2 parents, and the kids suffered because that was the situation. My mom's in some good homes, in some good, and the worst of us, and in some bad, and the best of us.
Right.
Yeah.
That's fact.
Right.
I had a situation where mom was trying to get the daughter to sell herself so they can get that fixed. That's mama talking. Crazy. Single household parents. I get it, the system, but there's some strong mothers out there that's handling their business.
Yes, sir.
And I'm saying that Not that I'm not saying it. You didn't hear me say it was easy. It is easy, but they handle their business. But then there's some just riding off the system,
Right.
because the system said, see, the penitentiary and child support is a business.
Yes, sir.
Now the penitentiary thing says Department of Correction.
Right.
They're not trying to correct nothing. They making billions of dollars, man.
Right.
Yeah.
Child support is saying, girl, let them put whoever you're dealing with. We're gonna give you more money for each kid you have. You're gonna get more. We're gonna get you in a section 8. Out there, section 8, 9, 10, and 11 going on now.
Right.
And you're gonna get a house and this, that, and other, and this, that, and other. The system, they still on you. And we'll lock him up because they'll lead him back to the penitentiary. To get there, we're just trying to get him on the avenue because we're gonna lock him up. Now you tell me what good it do to lock the man up?
Put him on the hole.
See what I'm saying?
Keep him farther away from his children.
There you go. And then now them kids could be more wilding out.
They can go to penitentiary. They can.
I said the system.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, don't take my word for it. The news, be it on channel 4, 5, 8, 11, wherever you watch the news at CNN, the news have never, listen to how I'm going to say this. The news has never not come on before. We have not ever had a day where the news didn't come on.
Right.
So guess what? See, First 48 been around. They just now didn't find how they can make money off the show. That's why they be First 48, First 49. I mean, just, ladies and gentlemen, the system.
The system.
Boy, Robin, the system.
And when you saying that too, Coach, that's why I encourage, remember I told you, even with the young brother that we striving to help, it's gonna be a time to where we got to come in and help mom too, because this is what I believe in, right? See, sometimes us as parents, we lose ourselves and we lose the sense of creating goals for ourselves, right?
Okay.
But when a parent also has something to shoot for, instead of just being a mom or just being a dad, but you also didn't forget about you. When now you have something to shoot for, you never know how that gives motivation or inspire your children. And being able to talk as a family. We say these things and we forget, man, like even the small stuff like eating together in the household, right?
Say, man, eating together.
Structure. It don't matter if it's single parent, because I know a lot of greats and a lot of Hall of Famers that just had their mama or just had granny.
Let me show you what going out to eat look like on a date or whatever, or with the kids. Everybody got a phone in their hand, and play right there. Food getting cold because you get what I'm saying? That's what it look like.
But that's really anything now. If you go, you know what I mean? Like you got to actually. This is.
I want to speak on this young man, Jeremy Nelson. He hits me up. He said, let me go. He says, "Good morning, Coach Fly. I just got off the phone with the people at Kimball. My counselor was going to a meeting when I called. She said I might be too late to graduate on time, but I could do it this summer." And he said, she said, and I said to her, "Well, I'm just calling because I need to get this lined up." She said, "Okay." I hit him back, "Good morning, Jeremiah. There's good news regardless, hearing that you're on it." But I said, "God is undefeated in everything. Go through the process to get done what needs to be done. Graduation is first and number one priority at this time. Whether it be this summer school or whatever it calls for, make it happen." I say, address your situation and handle it. It's important for your young life. He hit me back and said, I appreciate that. I will graduate before this year is over with. Thank you for all the help and for the people that have reached out to me. I said, youngster, you're welcome. Every mistake doesn't mean failure, but learn from them and correct what you can. I said, Jeremiah, you're going to be okay, but you got to go through it to find out what's in it for you. I say, don't quit the process, and especially on you. You are the recipe to your success. God loves you and I do too. Then I sent this prayer to him, prayer for the day. Matter of fact, this prayer is for all of y'all too. Everybody listening. Prayer for today. Father God, I believe that you created me for a special purpose and that you have a perfect plan for my life. I ask that you will fulfill your purpose for me and help me to do my part by earnestly seeking you daily through prayer and through your word. Thank you that I ask that you teach me each day to do and guide me to what I need to do in the best pathway for my life.
Yes, sir.
Thank you, Jesus. Amen. And he hit me back with a heart. So I'm saying it's a process.
Yes, sir.
The young man, okay, I found out more stuff that he had done. Like I told you earlier before the show, when the show started. Oh, he got baptized, crucified, and blessed. All the same time.
In one sitting.
Real.
Right.
So trust me, he understands. But I'm just saying, guess what?
Right.
Who is it that don't need help?
Right.
He messed up early. He's 19. Oh no, I'm not justifying whatever happened between he and his mom. I don't even know that could be fixed
Right.
or forgiven
Right.
humanly.
Right.
Because when you reflect back, you're going to feel that.
Right.
But God, I said, is undefeated. He'll take it where you take that and motivate it to where this, because I don't know, I'm going to treat it like a gumbo. I don't know what God got in that gumbo for that young man. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And then we always want to be prejudgmental of, okay, he did what he did. He did.
You gotta remember the four quarters, coach.
But
Yes,
but no,
sir.
but that's why when you said his mom needs some help too.
Yes, sir.
Okay, this young man did all that, so he really needs some help.
Yes, sir.
Because guess what? He was never disrespectful to me. I only met him last Monday night. And he never disrespectful. That's why when I got the call that she was here, my first time meeting him was that Monday. My first time meeting his mother was that Tuesday. So I said, if your mother was to walk in now, what would you do? He said, I would apologize. No, he said, I tell her, I'm sorry. I said, no, don't say you're sorry. Apologize. And I give her a hug. He said, but when she walked in, he didn't do it because he was shocked. That's why I said, man, hug your mom. But also, even when he was at the school, they said we can get him back in school, but he had to have the address where his mom is. But she said she's not ready for that. I couldn't go against her on that because she know what she been through with him. So therefore, she need help too.
Right.
And I'm not justifying his wrong because
Right.
he was. I told you he got baptized, crucified,
Blessed.
blessed at the same time.
Yeah. And that's what we was talking about earlier. Those four quarters, just like football, just like basketball, first quarter,
Come on with it.
0 to 25, right? First quarter, you don't know and you don't know that you don't know.
You don't know. Well, that's so profound. I'm gonna tell you why. I'm gonna say it's profound. You know what I really know? It's what I don't know.
Right. Second quarter.
That was my first quarter. Go ahead.
Second quarter, you don't know and you realize you don't know. Third quarter, you know and you don't know that you know.
Now that's when it's deep. You don't know that you know.
Fucking real.
That when you got 0
Wow.
to 25, think about what happens in the second quarter of life from 25 to 50. It's a lot of things that happen right there. And then when you jump over that, when you in that third quarter, when you know and you don't even know that you know, but
you
then
said when you know that you don't know that you know. But watch what happens. I'm going to have to pick it back off that. It's some people thinking you know what to do now. That they leaned on you because they think you know what to do.
Yep.
Wow.
Fourth quarter, which if God allow us to see it, but the ones who have, they know, and they know that they know.
That's when you for sure
Be quiet and listen.
stand still.
Yeah, be quiet and listen. And that's why I'm saying this to say, the youth, you have our age group and how God done, we have a grooming to where we have that back in the day grooming, but we also understand the now and the future. We're the bridge builders, right? But it doesn't happen if we can bring and deliver the young people. Man, the village structure never worked without the elders, coach.
But
Never.
come on, man.
They
They pushing the elders out the way.
They pushing the elders out the way.
Sharon Derrickson checked in. Pastor Turner said, all things work together for the good and for those who are called according to God's purpose.
All right, Pastor.
Yes, sir.
Shout out Pastor Turner.
Say so. With that being said, man, y'all, what you just spoke on then. See, we had a deal coming growing up when them street lights started popping. You got to make that. Not coming.
Yeah.
My mom used to whistle. What?
See, you better.
4-2 down that hill.
What? Wait a minute. That commercial come on. It's 10 p.m. Do you know where your children are?
Man.
You better be right there at the high. Now, if you was right there when on point, you able to go back and stand up under the street light.
Not the street light around the corner.
Oh no.
That one
Right in front
right
of-
Yeah,
That-
yeah.
That one right there.
That one right there.
I tried it one time with my dad. I said, yeah. Well, I said, no, but the street lights while we was playing football, that
No.
ain't going on yet.
No.
No, he said, this one right here.
Let me tell you what. We talking about back, ladies and gentlemen. Y'all know what we talking about. When your whole name got called,
Oh, man.
everybody know where he won't be back. And you couldn't come back out either.
Not for real.
Say, man, when your whole name got called.
Yes, sir.
They know you was in trouble.
Yes, sir.
But in the same breath, when you was out in front of the house doing what you're supposed to do, playing as kids, it may have been 8 or 9 of us out there. Just if she had 2 apples, that apple gonna get cut up every kind of way that everybody gonna get a slice of that apple.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Ain't that something?
Yes, sir.
That's what the hood was like then.
Yeah, mama didn't ask if you was hungry.
No, none of that. A duck came and was carrying some bag, you carry them for him.
Yeah.
If there was a funeral, and here they come,
Yes, sir.
till them cars pass.
Yes, sir.
If we were using them choice words, cursing, I said, yeah, cursing. In the church, we're getting to the church. Oh, that stopped immediately. You walk past the church, you might start back up cursing, but I'm just saying, respect factors, y'all.
Yes, sir.
Say, man, those rules mean so much today, and they mean more so because they missing.
Yes, sir.
See, if your mama had to whoop me, her daddy, her uncle, or auntie, that's another whooping when you got home. Because you out there acting a fool in the streets, boy.
Right.
Parents today, as a whole, don't say nothing to my kid.
Yep.
Don't do this to my kid. I said it. My kid got with the wrong group. Now, sometimes your kid was the group. Your kid was wrong.
Yes, sir.
And you want to put on another kid.
Yep.
Say,
The
man,
ring. You gotta,
they got a word. They got a word now that the laws have is called conspiracy. They can lock all. Listen, we know for sure if your kids riding or walking or whatever they doing together, they all get the same charge.
Yeah.
Say for instance, I'm talking about conspiracy now, and you wouldn't have committed a crime. I wasn't with you, but I knew about it. They locked me up too. Now they not playing with this thing because the penitentiary is a business. I understand now that you can get a 17-inch TV in your cell now,
I'm making it real comfortable.
and get a tablet
With
at the
a PlayStation.
penitentiary. And you can you hear what I just said? You get a 17-inch TV if you got money on your books. 17-inch TV. Now I ain't talking about in the day room,
Yep.
in your cell, and a tablet, and you can and someone probably listens to us on the show tonight. You see how convenient they make it now to come back, and I don't know what else they got. They got phones.
Oh, they can get dogs and stuff too.
Oh yeah.
They
Making it comfortable.
Oh yeah.
Did you hear what he just said?
They're making it comfortable for them.
They made it comfortable. Come on back in there. Y'all, ladies and gentlemen, do y'all see what the system is doing?
For every black male born, they building a bed. They got a bed for you. They
So
go to
what
bed.
you saying? So they ain't never closed?
Never.
What about on holidays?
Come on now.
So you telling me on holiday they ain't taking off?
No, they ain't
Oh,
taking
no,
off.
I ain't taking
Okay,
off.
wait a minute. They don't never close. No, like what's that? Motel 6. We leave the light on for you, but they can have vacancies and none don't have any. They always open.
Always.
Yeah, always.
Ladies and gentlemen, now we being funny, but listen, look at the factual stuff we're saying. It's never closed. Never closed.
And the actual fact, in our communities, the statistics alone is what allows them to keep on building these facilities.
Now, Robin Robinson said the reason they doing it because it makes less pressure inside, giving them those what we just spoke on.
I mean, it make less pressure, but to the youngsters, they promoting this.
Yeah, with the street
For
credibility.
the street credit, yeah, they
Yeah.
promoting this like it's just like somewhere to
Man,
be.
it's like a camp, man. We just
Yeah, you got some dudes come out. Yeah, man, I became a man when I was in this, that, and that. You get what I'm saying? Or you got to have you can't tell them nothing unless you've been there. You get what I'm saying? Well, nah, be out here in this real world. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's easy to go there.
Youngster said one time before, coach out in the world, man. People telling you what to do, man. I'm thinking to myself, that ain't happening down there.
But think about this: you get a job making $9-10 versus you get a job making 5 cents, 3 cents with men and
A week.
every day. You in here with numbered men, and
Ladies and gentlemen, we just talking real stuff, man. This
that's why I
I'm
chose.
saying and it's what our kids are selling out to.
Yeah.
Okay, somebody might say, well, I wasn't getting no love out here in the world of my family. Okay, but that you gonna buy down to that? When what happened to me versus me?
Yeah.
I
I
can
look
do
at
better.
I look at that as motivation. You know what I'm saying? Like, once you believe in OG, you know what I'm
I'm
saying?
trying to say our young people are never closed. The streets never close.
They don't.
Never close.
They gonna forever be there. They might just change the name on the street sign and
It's like changing. I was speaking to someone before. I'm gonna use Rose Terrace projects, Turner School project in Bonton. If they would have changed the name, which we know Rose Terrace is gone now, and they named the apartments down there now, Princess Gardens. Sound beautiful, doesn't it?
Yeah.
You still in Bonton. And I'm gonna call them Ooey and them still right there. You think you'd move to like, listen to the name, Princess Garden. They throw some paint on the windows and change the decor
Right.
and the cosmetics around there. You still in harm's way. But the name changed. Then you want, man, the system.
Yes, that's never going to change until the mind frame of our people change.
Don't have to say it's still Bonton. Yeah, but y'all know what? My experience at Bonton, I'm so thankful. Oh, some things need to be different, but
Right.
I'm thankful for the experience, and I gotta be now. Cause I gotta listen to the show. Man, y'all got to listen to. Ooh-wee.
Yeah, big flowers still being given at 469-708-8609. Call in. We talk about everything, but we still giving Coach Fly his flowers right now. Call in, listeners.
Man, you know what? Sean Hampton, call in, but you the last name I see. 469-708-8609. And if you don't know, you call my phone, but call in, dog. Because there's another youngster. He said, yes, sir. We're right here. We got 8 minutes. Don, call in. We want to hear you. I want to hear you.
Yes, sir.
469-708-8609. Don, you see the number strolling. And like I said, if you want to, you call my phone. That's what Robot did last week. Roy said, no, I got to get to this youngster, Coach Fly.
Man.
I can't get to the lines.
Man.
Say, man, speaking of the youngster, man, your last words, what I just read you what he said. But Don calling me on my phone. He did. Don Hamilton, ladies and gentlemen, he didn't call the other line, but he called my phone. Y'all got him. Don Hamilton.
Oh, what's going on, man?
What's going on, buddy? Can y'all hear him?
Blessings to all you young men on the panel.
We can all hear you.
Blessings. Yes, sir.
And I don't know y'all, but if y'all dealing with coach,
blessings.
Yes, sir. Likewise, brother.
Cause like I said, man, hey, he taught me a whole lot, and he's still teaching me a whole lot, and he's teaching my son
Come
a
on
whole
now.
lot.
Come on now.
Yes, sir.
Man, I just had that youngster yesterday on the track. University of Houston track stuff.
You know, and like I said, I mean, and the sad part is, like I said, these kids nowadays, like it's like they're afraid to come to real men like yourself. You know, they scared to come ask questions. You know, and like I try to tell my son, it ain't no wrong questions to ask in life. You know,
That's right.
Talk.
you know,
Just
there's
ask.
no wrong questions.
Because if you don't know, how's it wrong? Ask.
How you gonna learn?
Correct.
Yes.
Correct.
I mean, and his son is such a humble young man on that Duncanville High School state 39 4x1 relay. I think he's a freshman. Just did his freshman year at the University of Houston there in track. Matter of fact, I just had him yesterday on the track. He must have been sore today because I ain't hear from him.
Yeah. He said you broke him down. He'll be back in the lab tomorrow.
Yeah, but I said I didn't hear nothing from him. I said, "Well, he quiet."
Man.
And then I had a schoolmate, Logan McNeil, who plays basketball for the University of Houston. She was there as well yesterday with him.
Okay.
So they formally on that big old campus. They had never met, and both of them are stars down on the campus. How about that? But that was good. They met yesterday, so that's a reunion. But it's about exposure and connections, man.
Correct. But back to what y'all was saying, like Daddy Fly, you know I'm always gonna give you flowers. I love you. I respect you. One of the, in my eyes, one of the greatest to ever do it. You see what I'm saying?
Wow.
And can't nobody tell me different.
Come on now.
Yeah, love you,
'Cause I
Don. Thank
watched
you.
him do it. I watched him take a kid, myself, Frazier Court, East Dallas Projects, Frazier Court,
Wow.
who was a slim kid. I was athletic, but probably was lacking this and that. But like I said, Coach told me this is what you're gonna do, and this is how we're gonna do it, and I did.
And it worked out.
Man.
You know,
Just how it was gonna be.
See?
But no, yeah, this is what it is. Now, did they still have choices to leave? Yes.
Yeah.
But like I told you, you can leave after we finish.
Yes, sir.
Well, we finish, ain't no need to leave. Okay. Facts.
but yeah, but like I said, I don't know you other two young men, but I know if y'all know Daddy Fly and
Yes.
y'all up there with him, man, I know y'all some great men.
Man, thank you, brother.
And my thing is,
sure.
I want y'all to keep doing what y'all doing. You know,
Yes,
Thank
sir.
you much.
keep providing a service for these young men. You know,
Hey, man,
and
it's,
mentoring and letting them know, hey, this is how it is. And the biggest thing is that, hey, we love y'all.
Yes,
So
sir.
everything, and I tell my son all the time, I tell everybody, God created us, he created us with love. Everything is love based. And that's what we've forgotten. you
Yes,
know?
sir.
we've gotten away from it.
Yep. Everything is love based.
Wow.
Too much malice in our hearts
Come on now.
nowadays.
Yes, sir.
Too
Done.
much envious. Too much jealousy. Too much I want to be like that person. Just like you said, what happened? I want to be me.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
This Don Hamilton, Lincoln High School, Langston University. Man, this athlete. Man, love you, Don. Listen, we finna get off this show. Thank you. We'll talk after a
I
while.
ain't got no but mad love for you, Dad. You know I do. You know what I'm saying? And, hey, and I love y'all too.
Hey, love you
Yes,
too,
sir.
young man.
brother.
Yes, sir.
That's what I'm talking
Yes,
about.
sir.
Thank you so much.
So
Love you,
have
Don.
a good evening, and like I said, just keep touching these young men because they need a lot of touching.
Yes,
A lot
sir.
of love.
Yes, sir. Last words. See you, Don. Last words.
It's our time, man. Like,
Renee.
it's our season.
Checked in.
You remember, brother?
Yeah.
It's our season, man. I'm not ashamed of it.
Man, for what?
You know what I'm saying? Like I tell anybody, if I can use my testimony to help me heal my path or my journey to finding my purpose
Your purpose.
and paying homage to the
Boy,
people
your
who helped me get there, I got to put it out there, man. And, I'm with the movement. You feel me?
Alfredo
I'm with the
Rodriguez and
movement.
JD.
I'm out there on feet first, you know. I'm in
Feet
the hood.
first,
You know
boy,
what I'm
listen.
saying? I tell any youngster, I can't give you what these posers want to give you. I'm going to give you what God telling me to give you.
Come on now.
That's just point blank. It's a gift that I have that's been instilled in me that I've been having my whole life, and I ain't afraid to share it. That's just point blank, period.
More doing less complaining is what we all need to do. Robin, that's real talk. You heard what he said?
Yeah.
More doing less complaining. What we all need to do. Last words.
Man, once again, I know it sounds cliche. It's the name of my organization. Let's talk, more action.
Yes, sir.
Actions speak louder than words. It's a time right now, not even just for our youth, but family and listeners and everything else. Society is getting worse out here to where if we don't have a relationship with each other to be able to lean on each other and go back to the barter system, the things you may have in your home, I might not have, and the things I have, you may not have. But if we don't have a relationship to even know each other, to trust each other, then we all gonna be starving. So I just once again just issue the challenge to everybody else. Love yourself so you can love somebody else.
So you need to love yourself so you can know what it feels like.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Listen, ladies and gentlemen, we thank God. Man, I'm so humbled. I thank God for both these young men. I'm gonna call them old young men now.
Yes, sir.
Because you would think that, again, like we back at school, and I said to everyone, man, you just don't know who you're impacting. You don't know who's watching you. So with that being said, be the best you. Be the best you. And when people try to downplay you, when somebody show you who they are, that's who they are.
That's who they are.
That's who they are.
That's who they are. So don't be surprised.
Yes, sir.
But hey, thank everyone. God's in the same. We'll see you, talk to you, and you'll see us next week. And hey, be blessed. God bless.
On Big God.
On Big God. I learned Big God.
OG.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.